Hello and welcome to an Oceantralian guide to property law related services with Jen and Richard. Today we will be talking about the transfer of property title ownerships between friends.
Before we start, when we talk about friends, we are simply talking about people who an individual associates with and classifies them as someone they are on good terms with, but are not classified as a family member, work colleague, or a spouse, whether they are lovers, a fiancé, or a partner.
So what exactly is a property title transfer? A property title transfer is essentially the process of one individual or party transferring legal ownership of their property to another individual or party. Property titles can be transferred to anyone, but there may be circumstances where transferring property titles between friends may be ideal. If you or someone else you know ever wants to perform a property title transfer, it might be best to do a property title search to ensure that the property actually belongs to the correct owner.
You might be wondering how it's even possible to lose ownership of property titles. Well, there are actually a range of reasons that may cause you to lose your property, whether it's debt from gambling, failure to stay on top of loan repayments, or failure to pay lawsuits or criminal charges. The banks, the government, or other third parties might be able to take your possession of property to make these payments.
Another reason an individual may lose ownership of their property title may be due to having an insufficiently prepared will. If an individual with a property title ownership were to pass away with no clear direction from a will of how the property they own is to be distributed, the banks, the government, or other third-party entities could lodge a dispute to lay claim to the property. These disputes will require a lot of time, attention, and resources, as the family must make court appearances, locate and provide evidence, and hire lawyers to protect their property.
Sometimes if you're residing with any malicious friends or roommates, they might pose as your partner of a de facto relationship. In this case, if they have lived with you on the same property for a lengthy period of time, they are able to legally change the property title under their name. Sometimes they can do this without your signature at all. With new technology, identity theft is a lot more common these days, and there may be no stranger to forgery. So it's important to have good communication between your friends and ensure this situation has not occurred. With that said, let's look at a potential scenario where you or someone you might know might want to transfer to a property title to a friend.
In this situation, Will and Andrea have been good friends for a long time. Andrea currently owns her own property and has been given the opportunity to work overseas for a couple of years. She is keen to take the job, though doesn't want to worry about paying for utilities or council rates whilst she is focusing on her new job.
This is where the transferal of property title ownership comes in. She could transfer her property title ownership to Will and have him take care of her property while she is working abroad.
Before you get ahead of yourself and start working on a transferal of property titles, it should be noted that a fee applies for all transferals made except between partners. Consider this before going ahead with transferring your property titles to a friend.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen and you want to see more about property law related services, be sure to send us an email, give us a call, or watch one of our other videos.